Elena Cross didn't lose her job quietly. There was no private meeting, no polite HR email, no soft landing. Her termination happened under fluorescent lights in the middle of the creative bullpen at Whitman and Hale, while half the marketing division pretended not to stare. "Enough," her director, Martin Crow, snapped, clapping his hands once like the matter bored him. "This campaign failure ends with you." Elena blinked. "The data was altered after my submission. You approved the revision." Crow didn't bother lowering his voice. "Excuses don't sell. You do not work here anymore." A few people chuckled nervously. Others looked away. No one spoke up. Everyone knew the truth, that Elena's original proposal had been gutted, rebranded, and rushed by Crow himself. And when it collapsed publicly, he needed a scapegoat. "Security," he added, already turning away. "She'll collect her personal items later. I want this desk cleared before noon. She's disrupting morale." That word, disrupting, landed harder than the firing itself. Two guards approached. Elena felt heat rise to her face as she stood, fingers trembling, mind blank. She hadn't even saved the files on her terminal yet. As she was escorted toward the elevators, an older man pushing a cleaning cart slowed beside her. His uniform was faded, his badge crooked. Leonard. She'd greeted him every morning for 3 years. He stopped, glanced around, then quietly pressed a small, tarnished bronze key into her palm. "It's time," he murmured. Before she could ask what he meant, he rolled on, mop wheels squeaking softly against the tile. Elena stared at the key all the way down to the lobby. That night, curiosity overpowered humiliation. She returned to the building using her still active badge and rode the elevator to the 12th floor, an abandoned level shuttered after layoffs. The key fit a rusted storage door. Inside, dust, broken chairs, forgotten boxes, and a whiteboard. Her breath caught. Across it were sketches, timelines, slogans, her handwriting. The original Firebird Initiative. The strategy she'd built during late nights. The one Crow had copied, distorted, and claimed. She dug through boxes until she found her old work tablet, abandoned months ago. Voice notes, drafts, timestamps, proof. Elena sank onto the floor, pulse racing. She hadn't just been fired, she had been erased, and now she had everything she needed to write herself back in. But what Elena didn't know, yet, was that this forgotten room would become the birthplace of something far more dangerous than revenge. 6 months later, Elena Cross answered phones with a smile. "Good morning, Vanguard Consulting. How may I direct your call?" No one who walked past the reception desk gave her a second glance. She wore neutral dresses, minimal makeup, hair neatly tied back, invisible, safe, exactly how she wanted it. Every lunch break, every evening, every sleepless weekend went into rebuilding what had been stolen. She refined the Firebird Initiative from the ground up. Stronger data models, cleaner storytelling, bulletproof execution. She renamed it Ashline Strategy. Using her severance check, she registered an LLC. Then came the credit cards. Then the savings she'd promised herself she'd never touch. She didn't tell anyone. Her first client came quietly, an emerging retail brand burned by Whitman and Hale's failed campaign. Elena didn't pitch revenge. She pitched results. They tripled engagement in 8 weeks. The second client followed, then a third, each one a former Whitman and Hale account that had lost faith after Crow's blunder. Elena worked from a rented studio apartment, sleeping 4 hours a night, fueled by cold coffee and stubborn focus. She hired freelancers instead of staff. She documented everything. She protected her ideas like state secrets. Vanguard's executives started noticing. One morning, she was asked to cover reception in the boardroom during a meeting. Instead, she walked in wearing a tailored slate gray suit, heels sharp against the floor. The screen behind her lit up. Ashline Media Group. She wasn't covering anything. She was presenting. By the time she finished, the room was silent. Then applause. Within a month, Vanguard became her strategic partner. Within 3, they offered acquisition talks. Elena didn't rush. She waited. Because revenge wasn't about speed, it was about timing.